Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to a Who review. I am Davros and I am a Whovian, and today I am reviewing Doctor Who, The Devil's Chord. So, 1925, the Maestro is awakened and by his harbinger and starts to eat the musical notes. Then the Doctor and Ruby arrive in 1963, where for the first time in a long time the TARDIS actually blends into its surroundings, and there's a blue police box on a street corner, and the Doctor and Ruby go to Abbey Road, or what will be Abbey Road Studios, to see a recording of the Beatles and Cilla Black, but soon find that not all is right when the music is a bit off and, everyone's a bit down and stuff, and the Doctor then discovers that the child of the Toymaker, the Maestro, is at work and is destroying all the music, eating all the notes and taking all the music out of people, and then the Doctor and Ruby see an alternate future of what the world would be like without music, and the world would be miserable and dead. So then, of course, the Doctor and Ruby have to find a way to defeat the Maestro, and it's only from the help of John Lennon and Paul McCartney that they manage to defeat the Maestro with certain notes played. Now, of course, to restore the music, the Doctor and Ruby and the gang, everyone burst into a big musical number with that there's always a twist at the end before heading back into the TARDIS. So, yeah, there's the plot there. So what did I like about this one? I actually thought this was a decent episode. I thought it was a lot more improved than the previous one. I like the 60s setting, and I also like the moment where the Doctor and Ruby are on the roof, and the Doctor mentions to Ruby that he's down there with his granddaughter Susan. I'm thinking, yeah, the first Doctor, because it's a couple of months before the events of An Unearthly Child. So I liked that that was referenced and that was mentioned, and how it is the same show from 61 years before, and we get a mention that the first Doctor is also in London at the exact same time with Susan. So I like that reference, that mention, that callback. I also liked, Susan Twist's brief role in it, as well as a tea lady. See, Susan Twist, we all know that she played various roles in this season. In the first episode, I forgot to mention, she was like one of the former crew members. Didn't really have a speaking part, but then she was a tea lady. And again, not as noticeable, but we all knew it was her. And she would go on to pop up again in other episodes. Especially the next one, where she plays sort of a more prominent role. So, but yeah. I also liked the musical score in this, like when Ruby's on the rooftop playing the piano. And, of course, the Maestro, played by the drag queen Jinkx Robertson, is it? Playing the Maestro, the child of the Toymaker. So the Toymaker specialised in games and playing, and that's for the Maestro, it was all about music. And I thought the Maestro was a very campy sort of 60s Batman villain. I don't know, I just got vibes off that, that kind of vibes off Maestro, and how devilish the Maestro was. Yeah. And, just the campy performance that, they put up with. Yeah, and was wacky and crazy, and even at one point referenced some similarities to the Toymaker with one of the costumes that they wore. Then there was the big musical finale. Now, I thought that was so cheesy and tacky, but I get it. I get how they did it, why they did it, because, the Maestro's essence remained around, and just like when the 15th Doctor used the Toymaker's domain to duplicate a TARDIS for the 14th Doctor, they used the essence and what remains of the Maestro to perform the song. which was, I believe, written by Murray Gold. And of course, they always mention out that there's always a twist, there's always a twist, there's always a twist at the end. Those actually have the same notes as the giggle, which we do hear as well in this one, like ha 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 ha. There's always a twist at the end. Yeah, in case none of you noticed that. I didn't, but I did through time when people pointed it out to me. Also, the Beatles. We did see the Beatles in this. Now, the actual Beatles did briefly cameo in 1965's The Chase, just on a screen monitor in the TARDIS. But then we see the Beatles again, and the Doctor and Ruby actually interact with John and Paul. And the actors playing them, I'm sorry, but they look nothing like the Beatles. They actually look like members of the Howard Wolowitz fan club. And yeah, I mean, John Lennon was probably the most convincing, and that's probably with the glasses. But yeah, I don't know how they couldn't get better lookalikes to play the Beatles. The Cilla Black one, I thought she was close enough, I guess. Yeah, Ncuti Gatwa. I loved his performance as the Doctor, especially how he led the musical number with There's Always a Twist at the end. He also wore a different outfit in this, such as the blue suit, and even grew his hair out all afro-y. And even, Ruby, Millie Gibson playing Ruby dressed up for the part, all 60s. I like their wardrobe in this one. That's something with the 15th Doctor's look. He always wore something different in every episode. It's not like his previous predecessors, where they wore pretty much the same base of their outfit, but maybe wore a different shirt and that. Ncuti, he went on to wear different outfits throughout the episodes, but his returning one would always become the long leather coat. But I don't think we see him in it till the finale then. But yeah, I liked his costume in this one. I also thought, it was campy and cheesy and stuff, but I liked it. I watched this on the premiere night, back to back from the premiere. I watched, the double premiere. I actually liked it. I thought this one was a lot better than Space Babies, though. And you can tell it's had that Disney touch in there because, Disney are financing this to stream on their platform, Disney Plus, outside of the UK. For us, it's staying on BBC iPlayer and that. But yeah, I actually did like this one a bit more. Not a brilliant episode, but definitely one that will probably be to remember for a while. So yeah, I mean, there were moments in there as well where it was a bit dull and what have you, but still I thought it was good. So ratings, I will give performances a 9, the writing a 8, the visuals I will give them an 8, and my personal I'll give it an 8. Yeah, so not a bad episode, I guess, but definitely one of the most out of the box episodes. So yeah, there you go. There is my Who review for that one. Have you seen it? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. I have been Davros the Whovian, and this has been a Who review on Doctor Who, The Devil's Chord. So, until next time, run for your life.